So we were discussing graph theory and related concepts, and it is a powerful mathematical model in the field of computer science used to model campus networks and the internet and various other networks. And in fact, there are specific problems in the field of operating systems as well, which can be modeled as a graph theoretic problem. In particular, the concepts that we have discussed, like minimum spanning tree, shortest path, and all that has got nice applications in the field of computer science. And there are other interesting applications which we shall look at it now. There is something called Hamiltonian graphs and something called Eulerian graphs, named after the mathematicians Hamiltonian and Euler. So, when do you say a graph is Hamiltonian? When do you say a graph is Eulerian? Let's focus on Hamilton graph. So, under this, we talk about Hamiltonian path. Similarly, Hamiltonian cycle. So, Hamiltonian path is a path containing all vertices. So, basically, a spanning path. So Hamiltonian cycle, it is a cycle containing all vertices of G, which means it is a spanning cycle. So a graph is Hamiltonian, meaning a graph has Hamiltonian path or Hamiltonian cycle. So a graph has Hamiltonian path if there exists a spanning path. Similarly, a graph has Hamiltonian cycle if there exists a spanning cycle. So we say a graph is Hamiltonian with respect to the context, Hamiltonian path or Hamiltonian cycle, if there exists Hamiltonian path or if there exists Hamiltonian cycle. Okay, and please note when we talk about spanning path, by definition, all vertices are included and all edges need not be included. So it is a spanning path or a spanning cycle in which each vertex appears exactly once. So some textbooks they differentiate path, simple path, and so on. But for the sake of clarity, let me write this explicitly. A path containing all vertices such that each vertex appears exactly once. So a cycle containing all vertices and such that each vertex appears exactly once. Okay. And it need not contain all edges of G, but it must contain all vertices of G. Most importantly, vertex should not be repeated. So when we say spanning path or a spanning cycle, what we demand is it should span V of G, but no vertex should appear more than once. Let's look at this graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a cycle and there is a vertex which is universal to this cycle. So this is a wheel graph on 7 vertices. And let me look at this one, 1, and then 2, say 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 4 to 6, and 6 to 7. Okay. So this one, it contains all vertices, each one is appearing exactly once. So which means this is an Hamiltonian path. What is a Hamiltonian cycle? Hamiltonian cycle, it is a path followed by the source vertex itself, which means it is closed. Fine. So now, does this have Hamiltonian cycle? Answer is no. Let's look at this graph. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Say let me start from say 2. From 2 let me go to say 5. Say 5 it is 6. From 6 it is 3. From 3 it is 4. From 4 it is say 7. From 7 it is 1. From 1 it is 2. So if you see that we are starting from here and going like this. So now leave the endpoints and except the endpoints you don't see vertex repetition. So if you leave this, it is a Hamiltonian path containing all vertices. Now if the start point and end point are one and the same with the property that no other vertex is repeated, then you call such a closed circuit as Hamiltonian cycle. It is a cycle containing all vertices such that each vertex appears exactly once except the endpoints. Now you see that if G has Hamiltonian cycle, if G has H cycle implies that G has H path. Converse need not be true, and if G has H path, it need not imply G as H cycle. Counter example, this itself is a counter example. This has got H path, but there is no closed circuit spanning all vertices such that each vertex appears exactly once, spanning the entire graph. So each vertex appears exactly once. So for H cycle alone, you see that start and end points or nodes are same. Fine. So if there is a Hamiltonian cycle, you see that there is a Hamiltonian path, but the converse need not be true. So it's like this. Imagine this is some campus network or road network and so on. These are all some dedicated points, maybe monitoring nodes or some kind of a collection center which does some tracking. So what is that we are interested in? We want to send a person or a monitoring packet which has to visit every other node and comes back to the source itself. That is equivalent to asking does the graph have spanning cycle satisfying this property. Naturally you don't want to visit a vertex more than once, so that's equivalent to asking does G have Hamiltonian cycle. So you send a monitoring packet which has to travel the entire network, visit every other node exactly once and come back to the source itself. And when it comes back to the source, it will tell you about the network, what all information it has gathered at each of the routers or gateways and so on. So as I mentioned before, it has got nice applications in the field of computer science. So if you look at this graph, So this is a famous graph in graph theory. It's called Peterson graph. So it has got nice properties. The properties are it is 3 regular, which means all its vertices are having degree 3. 3 appears 10 times. It is connected, and you see that it has induced C5, and the graph has got induced C5, and there are other interesting properties which we shall see now. Okay, as mentioned just now, Hamiltonian path is a spanning path, and with the property that each vertex appears exactly once. Hamiltonian cycle is a spanning cycle with each vertex appearing exactly once. Of course, they accept the endpoints. So now the question is Peterson graph Hamiltonian? Meaning, is Peterson graph does Peterson graph contain Hamiltonian cycle, Hamiltonian path, and so on? Now, suppose I start here. So 1, 2, 3, say 4, 5. Then let me enter the inside star, say 6, 7, and 8, say 9, and 10. So now we have listed all vertices. The order in which I have labeled, that itself tells you the tracing. But it is Hamiltonian path. Clearly it is Hamiltonian path covering all vertices exactly once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But to get Hamiltonian cycle, it should be closed from 10. I cannot move out. And so if you take this, then you will be revisiting this, which is not permitted. And instead of starting from 1, can I start from some other vertex? So say, can I start from 2, and can I somehow come back to 2? Answer is no, because it is symmetric in nature. So whether you start from this or this or this, it's one and the same. Similarly, can I enter this inside star or inside induced C5 instead of say 6? If I enter via 9, can I get? Again, it is symmetric in nature. So you see that this graph has H path and it doesn't have H cycle. Okay, and so please note, suppose you have something like 1, 2, 3, and say 10, again 3, like this. If you have something, this one is not uh, path satisfying the property. What is the property? Property is no vertex repetition. So you see a sequence of vertices and edges, but what we demand, it should be a spanning path with no vertex repetition. So once we visit 3, we should not visit 3 again. Okay. So similarly, somewhere else we visit 8 and then we visit 8 through some other mode, that's not permitted. So there are many graphs which are having just Hamiltonian path but not having Hamiltonian cycles. Okay, and there are graphs for which you see both. Okay, for example, if you see Pn has got H path and no H cycle. Look at Kn, complete graph on 3 vertices, 4 vertices, 5 vertices, and so on. It has both H cycle. Because it has H cycle, it has got H path. Okay, and we talk about regular graphs. So regular graphs depends on the graph structure and depends on the graph structure. For example, Peterson graph, which is 3 regular, it has edge path but no edge cycle. If you look at CN is 2 regular and CN has both edge path and edge cycle. So regularity is not helping in any way to talk about Hamiltonian path or Hamiltonian cycle, because it depends on the underlying graph. And WN wheel graphs, we saw that edge path is yes, whereas edge cycle is no. And there are other interesting stuff which we will look at it now. If you look at say this is our G complement is, suppose I label them as 1, 2, 3, 4. The edges that are present in G is not present here, and the edges not present here will be present here. So now you see that this graph has edge path as well as edge cycle, and this one has neither. Edge cycle is no, edge path is also no. Simple reason, this one is connected and this one is disconnected. So this also tells you an interesting observation. And if G is Hamiltonian, when we say Hamiltonian, we have to be specific whether we talk about Hamiltonian path or Hamiltonian cycle. So G is Hamiltonian, which means G has Hamiltonian path or Hamiltonian cycle, implies that G is connected. So only for connected graphs one can talk about spanning path, spanning cycle without vertex repetition. So you see that G is having the property, but G complement is not. But again, it depends on the graph structure. Suppose the graph structure is this. Now you see that G complement is this. Yesterday we were discussing this graph, right? These graphs are self-complementary graphs. Now you see that both G and G complement are having edge path as well as edge cycle. This is my edge cycle, that itself is a edge path, and this is our edge cycle, and leave the last edge, you get edge path. So it depends on the graph. There are graphs where you see that it is happening. One can also find graphs where both G and G complement are neither having Hamiltonian cycle nor Hamiltonian path. So if you look at this graph, there is no Hamiltonian path and no Hamiltonian cycle, and whereas its complement, this is the complement of this, you see that it has got Hamiltonian cycle, therefore edge path as well. There are graphs where both G and G bar they don't have Hamiltonian path as well as Hamiltonian cycle. For example, this one, suppose you start from 4, you go to the right of 4, then kind of you are stuck, so you cannot go to the left, so you cannot visit 3 again. So that shows that there is a possibility for vertex repetition. There is no edge path. Since there is no edge path, there is no edge cycle as well. Now complement, you see that 3 is universal, 3 is seeing all of them, so which means in the complement 3 will be disconnected. Since the graph is disconnected, it has neither Hamiltonian path nor Hamiltonian cycle. Okay, so there are many other interesting properties which we will see as we move along. And one can also talk about the Hamiltonian cycle or Hamiltonian path in the context of weighted graphs. So given a weighted graph, now suppose H path or H cycle exist, and we may find more than one H path, more than one H cycle. So naturally we are interested in finding min weight H path or min weight H cycle. So graph as H path, then the natural question is graph may contain more than one. We are interested in finding min weight H path. So a spanning path spanning all of V of G and containing each vertex exactly once, such that if you sum up the weights on the edges, you see that their weight is minimum compared to all other H paths. Similarly, there may be many H cycles. We are interested in finding the one for which the weight is minimum. So in campus networks where weight actually represents propagation delay or the bandwidth, there it makes sense to talk about weighted Hamiltonian cycles and weighted Hamiltonian path. So on the similar line, there is something called Eulerian graphs, which we shall discuss next.